Every basic ability, skill, and talent can be developed through hard work, good strategies, persistence, dedication, and input from others. Where focus goes, energy flows. So focus your energy on continuous learning and stop wasting time thinking about looking smart. Build resistance, build vulnerability, build courageousness, and face adversity with a smile. Become comfortable with uncomfortable. You know, the only person that you need to prove anything to is you. Imperfect action trumps perfect inaction. Stop wasting time and get on with it. Failure is part of learning, so start learning by taking action.
Kristian Livolsi, we are back. It is Thursday. Welcome to the hot seat.
Good morning, Simone. How are you? And good morning, good evening, wherever you are in this world right now.
Yes, my background is not as exciting as the Queensland landscape that I had last week, but it is nice to be home in Sydney.
I bet it is for you. I bet it is.
Kids back at school, back in routine, that definitely makes life a little bit easier. But I think, is school back now for you guys in South Australia, or are you still on break?
No, they went back this week. So
Okay.
it's wonderful. Leo and Lavender are really excited to be back at school, and both of them are quite exhausted back into full day routines, and less playtime, more study time, as I call it.
Yes, yeah, that's true. And actually, one of my clients at the gym this morning told me that it's only 8 weeks until Christmas, which I found to be a very scary number. I can't believe that this year has just zoomed away. It really has gone quite fast.
Is it 8 weeks? No, it's longer, because the school term's 8 weeks and they finish on the 9th. So I think it's 10 weeks to Christmas. So
it is creeping up there, though. It is creeping up, which is...
Oh, it is creeping up.
Yeah, it comes to this interesting time of the year. I'm excited what we're talking about today. Now, last week on your LinkedIn, you had a poll asking your audience and your fans if they feel that there is a skill shortage in the market or we are not hiring correctly. So this is really interesting. As this time of the year gets closer, people are starting to think about whether they are actually going to start looking for new employees, new staff at this time of year. Do they wait for the new year and all that sort of stuff? So it was very interesting that 34% of people who voted in your poll thought there was a skill shortage at the moment. And 59% feel like the hiring processes are not quite right. And that is the key thing that people need to focus on. So, Kristian, my first question for you today is, do you believe that there is a skill shortage in the current market?
Well, yes, there absolutely is. However, there has always been and always will be a shortage of A players in the employment market. I remember when we employed over 200 people when we had the hospitality group, some 12, 13 years ago. And we had the same challenges, that the industry faced today. The secret then is that is the same secret that it was then, and value your people and remember that it's more than a paycheck. Does that make sense? So people want to be inspired to be more and have more. And as a leader and as a business owner, you need to pave the path for them. And then this is your vision as well as your aspiration. So here's what's really important and often missed. It's not just your path, but the path that they can help create and own a piece of. So everyone wants to be loved, and most people crave human connection. So my philosophy around this is always appeal to your people as you do to your customers. So in short, yes, skill shortage. However, they're always in. So the reality is we need to do what we can and carve a pathway for people to be part of our organization so that they desire to be part of it as well and not just following our own vision.
Yeah, I think that's really important. It's a great point that you made there, because all skills can be taught, right?
Correct. Absolutely.
So is there really a shortage of skill if we can teach people the skill?
Well, but this is the dilemma that we fall under, Simone. People get so wrapped up in the media, right? The media have this incredible ability to force all of us to implode. So the moment we look at unemployment figures and we say, "Oh my gosh, look, they're below 4%." Hey, most people are unemployable, right? But when you look for the top A graders, the what we call the A players, they've always been in short supply, always. So what we need to do is have strategies in place to combat that.
Yeah, I think that's really important. And I think that's a great way to move into our next question of what do you believe is the biggest mistake people are making when they are hiring new people? So organizations or HR departments, if you're doing it on your own or if you have a team doing this for you, what's the biggest mistake you think people make?
I'm having a bit of a giggle here because too often I see these very simple mistakes, and too often the reason for it is because of a lack of applicants or talent, right? And that's what most people tell me. They say to me, there's a skill shortage, a lack of applicants, a lack of talent, therefore I'm just hiring badly. Well, mate, that's just total BS, okay? There are two mistakes that most people actually make when hiring people. And one is that most people hire reactively. Two, they hire based on skill, not attitudes and values. And you touched on this before. That's why I didn't answer it, because I was like, I know there's going to be another question here somewhere. I bet you she's leading me here, right? So you need an active recruitment strategy. Now, I'm a firm believer that marketing is a recruitment function. And if anyone wants to know more about it, then unfortunately you're going to have to join my Evolve program, because I'm not just going to give away one of our secret weapons that's making our customers more and more money as they grow and scale. Right? But when you have an active recruitment strategy, right, you're always hiring, you're always fostering talent, and you're always taking action, Simone. So this affords you and us the privilege to hire on values and attitude, the two things cannot be taught. Now, you see, skills can be taught, and therefore hiring who is right for the company is more important than the skill alone. And so many people don't do that. And because of those two BS reasons, right, that I mentioned earlier. So, yeah, I'm hitting the time button quite well. I'm reviewing myself.
You are. You got like 8 seconds on the clock. I know, which is really, really cool. Every week, I just want to catch you out. All right. See? All right. And then my last question for you, and I think this just flows into the conversation that we're having, is how important is company culture for people that are looking to find employment? Do you think this is more important than money? Because I think this is a conversation a lot of people are having at the moment. Is it, that they're looking for something else, they're ready for a change, then all of a sudden they say, okay, I've got another job, and then the company they're working for comes back and says, I'll give you an extra 10 grand to stay, 20 grand, what do you want? We'll keep you. A lot of the time I think it's not coming down to money. What are your thoughts on that?
Look, I was just reading some of the comments, and hi, Chester's back from Texas, and David, and I think Penelope's just said that they've lost connection. So hopefully you haven't, and hopefully you'll get us back. But
I think it's LinkedIn this morning. I think LinkedIn's having a few little glitches this morning. Yeah.
Microsoft, sort out your shit, right? But I think, look, company culture, when you're looking for employment, is foundational. Okay, culture is both an attraction and a retention strategy for recruitment. Okay, again, we teach this in Evolve. When I use the word recruitment, Simone, you know this, but for the benefit of others, I'm referring to both internal customers and external customers. It's about attracting the right advisors, mentors, suppliers, customers, and talent. Right, Simone's favorite word in describing members of our team. Right, it's about retaining. It's about retaining these people, because we know that the cost of a new hire is far greater than the cost to retain one. Now, we know this. Most business people don't, right? And the same issues happen when they're out lead generating. They spend so much money generating new leads. Look after the customers you already have and double down on them, right? It's one of my biggest frustrations and one of the reasons most of our clients make so much more money. Yet most people invest little in their culture and little in their people. Okay, now this upsets me. But at the same time, Simone, it makes us a very high in-demand advisory firm, because this is one of the very first things that we focus on when we work on strategy with all of our clients. And it's also one of the biggest reasons that 90%, right? 90% of our work comes from referrals. So the real impact on your growth is culture.
Yeah.
Look at that. On the nose.
You even finished it perfectly then.
Right? That was amazing, right?
It's so important, isn't it? And I've heard you say this before. It's first who and then what. And that is really important.
And I've got to jump in there. I say that because I've stolen that from Jim Collins.
Yeah.
Right? First who, then what. Mm-hmm. And,
I feel like that applied to me when I met you. You were just like, I need you to work for me. I want you to be on my team. I don't know what you're going to do yet, but I want you.
and why? Because you're a cultural fit, right? You live and breathe the values that I live by, and have a think about also how that relates to the customers that are in all our members. We don't even call them customers, members, right? I'm independent chairman of 5 companies, right? And why? Because when I was working with these companies as their chief advisor, our values aligned so much that it made perfect sense that I'd be an extension of the governance of those organizations. And I'm truly blessed of that opportunity. But that blessing comes from living by your values and employing by your values, right? I look at the growth that all of our members are having, and it comes down to this whole philosophy of growth marketing being an extension of a recruitment strategy. And, rather than investing money in generating just leads, we are generating talent. And I see that as, one of the greatest gifts that we have. Again, we're getting so caught up in this world about what digital media is telling us, because we're in a generation of scrollies, right? Where everyone just scrolls, watches some reel, and it's got to give you like instant gratification. Dear goodness gracious, if it doesn't give me instant gratification, I'm going to swipe up and move, or tap my finger and move across. And I don't get it. Like, I watch people do that, and I'm like, what are you wasting your life on? Just stop, reset, focus on what's really important. What's beneath that iceberg? Appeal to what's beneath the iceberg. And you will have an abundance of flowing people wanting to work with you and being part of your organization, not just the back end, but the front end. Yes. I can't be more passionate about that. This is one of the real hot topics in the hot seat that, if anything's going to go viral, this is the one. And probably the last few minutes of me being super passionate about it. But I can't tell people anymore the importance of culture in recruitment and culture in retention. So it's really about that attraction retention philosophy and keeping it all together. And you keep smirking because I think you're picking up that every time I say philosophy, I say it with a partial American accent. I cannot help myself. I've been listening to way too much Jim Rohn. Oh, so it's just amazing. But yeah, Simone, I think great questions today. They're very empowering, and I think the message is empowering for anyone listening. And by the way, I just want to thank everyone that listens. We've been getting lots of really cool feedback from people about the hot seat, and it's really nice. It is really nice to hear that we are impacting lives, and that the information that we're sharing is cutting through and relevant, and that's that's a real honor, and I'm really grateful for the team, for you, Simone, and the team that came up with the idea of how do we steal another 15 minutes of Kristian's time out of the course of a day. The 15 minutes he very rarely has, but it's and so please, if you have feedback, email us, talk to us, tell us, because the more you tell us that we you're getting value out of it, the more we'll do it. because like you guys, we don't have to do it. We don't have to be. I don't have to be here. But when I had a message from someone, I think after last week's, and they were like, that helped me move the needle, that 2 millimeters that you speak about. And I'm like, hang on a minute, I didn't say that in that session, and it clicked to me that I'd said that, the first or second episode, and I thought to myself, wow. That there are people here that are listening every single week. They may not be appearing on the screen, they may not be liking, they may not be commenting, but they are there. And so thank you very much. I won't single that person out, but thank you very much for reaching out and telling us that you're enjoying it.
Yeah, well, this is actually our 10th episode, so we've been going for quite a few weeks now. Yeah,
well, it's been a decade.
A decade of hot seats.
Wow.
That's exciting, yes. But before you run off, I do just want to steal another 2 minutes of your time with our excitement of what we've put out across our socials today. You're coming to Sydney in December, just super exciting.
I am.
When was the last time you were in Sydney?
I think I was getting an international connecting flight 3 months ago. No.
That doesn't count.
Yeah. No, actually, I haven't. When was I in Sydney last? Beginning of the year, to see a client and my lawyer, and we had to go and see some people. But that's it. No, I haven't. And to be fair, this is the very first time that I am presenting live in Sydney, where I'm not giving a keynote for an organization or someone else that's flown me over. This is actually our own event. It is part of our Evolve program and normally reserved only for our Evolve members. But you guys convinced me that we should open up the Skills Day to the public or to business owners.
Yeah, just a little sneak peek. We just want to give people just a little look behind the curtains of what happens in Evolve. And that's why we thought that would be a perfect opportunity to come in on our Skills Day. Now, each quarter, our events change on what pillar we're actually focusing on. And this quarter, very timely for our December quarter, that we're going to be focusing on marketing. And that's something to reset for the new year.
I think that doesn't do it justice. So I'm going to be taking people through everything around marketing, the whole lot, from beginning to end. And at the beginning, it starts by understanding why strategy is important. And my very good friend, dear friend, and a shared advisor, someone I've built a very close relationship with, Mao Chia, formerly head of marketing at Uber and CMO of RiderWare, scaled that business dramatically. He's presenting, 95% sure it's going to be live. Okay, so he's coming to Sydney with me. And then we also have Adrian Lee from GrowthLink, Bonnie Louise from Media Sociale. We are basically taking our Evolve members and now whoever wants to attend through the entire journey from strategy to content writing to how to plan it, how to scale it, how to put it together. We're going to give away, because normally our Evolve members get everything we build, but we're even giving you our social media management planning tools. We're going to teach you how to build a lead magnet, and you're going to build one live there and then with everybody else. And then we're going to teach you the execution strategies on Facebook, Instagram, Google, and LinkedIn.
I am so excited. This is going to be the most epic 8 hours of your life.
Well, I don't think we're going to get it in 8. We may have to go on for like 9 or 10. We don't care. So the philosophy here is that, for me, my Evolve members mean everything to me because they are the lifeblood of our organization, right? They're currently a small group that's going to double and triple and expand. And they're fostering this community approach, and everyone's growing and scaling. And Simone, you are the head coach, impact architect in there. But what a phenomenal opportunity for people to join us, and I'm so glad that you guys convinced me to do it, and that our members were happy for that to happen. Because like any great organization, we go to our members and ask them what they want to do. And also I should state, we are actually limiting it to 50 tickets. I know that people are going to be pissed about this, but I don't want to overextend the ability to work at that micro level with people in the room on this one opportunity. And obviously our Evolve members then come back for a full sprint day the next day where we set their 90-day priorities and their to-do lists for 12 weeks. And, people always say to me, Kristian, what's the secret to your success? And I say, the secret to my success is my members succeeding. So I give them everything that I have and everything that I know so that they can grow, but also embrace fulfillment in their life. There's no point in growing and making money if you're not happy about it.
Yeah.
So that's what's really important. And I mean, look, I could talk about this all day because I'm so excited about it. I'm glad that you reminded me.
It's just such an important time as well because we're leading up to the end of the year. This is going to be held on Saturday, the 10th of December, which is a great time. We're getting in just before Christmas, just before you have a little bit of a relax. But if you want to have an epic marketing plan and strategy to launch in January to get 2023 off to a massive start, this is the absolute perfect opportunity to get that done.
By the way, Simone, how can people get tickets if they want to come?
How can people get tickets? They can pick up the link that will be in the comments after this live event finishes. They can check out your socials. They can check out my socials. They can get in touch with us any way possible, whether that is via a DM here on LinkedIn or Facebook, on Instagram, or they can email us or phone us directly as well. So we are
I'm assuming you guys have devalued me by offering some kind of early bird, right?
Yes, we have. There is an early bird offer. Of course there is. It's part of the strategy. So, honestly, if you are keen to get in on this, get your tickets quick. Like Kristian said, we're only taking a maximum of 50 people and they are going to go super quickly. So don't wait until last minute to get your ticket. Definitely get in and get it now because this is actually not something we're going to be offering each quarter either. This is just a one-off. We're just coming to say hello and meet some new people. This is not something we're going to be doing each quarter, and it definitely won't be on marketing. So if this is an area you're interested in learning in, you better snap up into this very quickly.
Yeah, amazing. Look, that was like the best advertorial I've ever seen in my life. Good job.
I didn't even script that.
I think it's great to just share that with people, but it is a very organic process for us, and one that we love. I mean, anyone that knows me knows that I love to give value and I love to get results for people because I live by my own values and results is one of them. So I think if as Simone you did say, marketing is something that everybody wants to get their hands on, but everyone is looking for the magic bullet, right? That magic pill that you can swallow. Well, this is the magic pill, and you're going to swallow it in the room and do the work. So by the time you leave, you'll actually have the actionable steps and the skills to go on. And like we talked about today, everything's about attitude. If you don't have the right attitude, right, don't attend, because I don't want you to waste my time. It's not about your money. It's about my time and everybody else in the room. If you come because you actually want to grow and you want to learn. And more importantly, you got to come with a very open mind that you're going to be doing the work, right? Nothing I do, I can give you the answer. And it frustrates so many of our clients. They always like, don't they? They're like, just give me the answer. I know you know it. And it's like, no, I want you to work with me to do it. And for me, it's actually quite challenging because it's so much easier to just go, hey, here's the answer. But what I find is that when we workshop it, particularly in a group, in the mastermind, the results for everybody is so different and so powerful because the learning is so deep. And so, and I like to see those results continue and continue.
And that's the privilege we have when we're working in smaller groups, right? Instead of opening up a venue and running a seminar for 200 people or something like that, having a smaller group means we actually get more action, more traction, and more conversation.
Amazing. We even have people listening from Fiji. So we've got Fiji, Texas, we've got Europe. I wish I could see more, but it's so inspiring, guys. And so thank you very much, Simone. I do need to go because I've got to jump on another call in exactly 6 minutes. I had Tracy just knock on my office door saying, "Get
Wind it
off
up." Next thing on the calendar.
Soon I'm going to see cue cards through the front of my windows with "You have 1 minute," right? So, and I'm blessed because I think she's going to drop in lunch in a second too, and another drink. I'm very lucky. I have an exceptionally talented group of people around me, and Simone, you're one of them. Thank you very much for all your hard work and effort, and it's great to have you back from holidays.
Yes, it's nice to be back. Thank you for your time today. Kristian Livolsi, a pleasure as always on the hot seat. And we will be back next Thursday with more insights and lessons for everyone to learn from. Have a good day, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Are you ready to start taking action on your business? Would you like to spend more time with your family? Then call 1300-643-229 and start building momentum right now. I know you're busy. In fact, you are so busy that you don't have time to work on your business or yourself. Often tossing and turning at night, worrying about the how-tos and the cash flow. How on earth can you possibly get off the hamster wheel so that you can take a helicopter view to see where you'll be in 90 days, 1 year, or 3 years from now? In this program, I will take you from sleepless nights to blissful sleep. You'll have more time with your family and you will have the clarity and direction so you can grow and flourish. Call 1300-643-229 now and start building momentum.